Hey guys, what's going on? Troy at Mountain Man Treasure here, and today we're going to take a look at why I bother.
Mountain Man Treasures.
Welcome into the channel, guys. My name is Troy. I'm a reseller in Montana. I go to garage sales and estate sales. I go to thrift stores. I find stuff that I think I can buy for one price and sell for a higher price. Mostly, I'm doing that on eBay. We're going to take a look today at the things that I sold over the weekend. But more than that, yeah, I get questions fairly often of why do you pick up that thing? Why do you mess with selling that thing? We've got a pretty good selection of all of that stuff going out of the mountain this weekend. And so I thought, you know what, instead of just telling you what sold and what it sold for, maybe I'll take a look at just why I pick up and sell that particular thing. So let's go ahead and, well, we'll do that. Fun stuff headed out over the weekend. And like I said, there's going to be a lot of why do you bothers in this. And, well, we'll take a look at that as we go through. One of those is, why do you bother with hats? A lot of people don't understand. A lot of people ask me why I mess around with selling hats. Well, I mean, it doesn't normally work out like this many all at once. But look, they sell. I mean, that's one of the reasons I mess with everything. It sells. Look at this, U.S. Air Force. I actually listed this on Sunday. And it sold, I don't know, 3 hours later. I priced it to move because, you know, even though it's really cool, vintage Air Force, it's a snapback hat, whatever branch of military, there are a ton of them, even vintage. And so most of them don't sell very well, or at least don't sell for high dollar. And so I did decide to put this one at a pretty fair price point, hoping that somebody would see it and it would just pop up as a new listing and it would move. I didn't anticipate it moving quite this quickly, but happy to see it out. Really cool hat. $9.98 plus shipping. I actually got this one for free from my buddy John. You met him in the last video, actually. He bought a box of hats. He wanted the winter hats with all the flaps on it. He knows that I get hats. He saw me there. He said, sorry, I got to grab these. But you know what? All the baseball hats in there, you could just have them if I can swing this deal. And so he just gave me a pile of hats. A couple of them I had to toss. More I have to clean. But some of them I was able to list right away. And this is one of them. So, John, thanks so much, my friend. I appreciate you. This guy sold in about a day as well. The Chris Kyle Frog Foundation. Got Warrior there on the front. Really cool, really clean. I bought this for $1/4 on Saturday, and it sold for $16.24 plus shipping. This one I got, I believe this is one that one of our viewers sent to us. They had closed down their eBay store, and it sold for $9.98 plus shipping. The Weatherby hat. Picked up a bunch of hats like this at a sale earlier this summer. I don't think we've wound up putting that one out there yet, but really cool Weatherby hat. Still new. It's got the cardboard in there, sticker underneath, and it sold for $15 plus shipping. That an offer either that I sent or that I accepted. I can't remember which. These actually going out to a viewer. Juanita came in. I was live on Paul, the Philly Flippers channel on Friday night. We were talking about various things, and I think we started talking about hats. And all of a sudden, I sold 2 hats. So I went in and looked, and Juanita was the one that picked these up. So thank you so much. This is a Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation hat. Got their logo there. I like that color. Juanita also got this one. This is, get it open for you here. There you go. It's a New Era hat. And it's got little wolf howling at the moon. Picked up a couple of dog hairs. Juanita will try to get all of those off of there for you. Black, man. It picks up everything. So the pair of these sold to Juanita for $25.57 plus shipping. And then we sold one other, the Winston Racing Team. I actually have 3 of these hats. They're all slightly different. This one had a little bit of wear on the front of the bill there. And so it's not a quantity listing, but very easy to list one and then sell similar and just put new pictures. And you can leave everything else the same. $9.98 plus shipping. So you can see those hats add up quickly. I think I'm up to 4 bins, or about 3.5 bins of hats now. And they're very easy to list. When I list a hat, usually I like going from kind of at an angle to show the side and the front and it sets it apart from those that are just straight on. So I go angle, front, side, side, show the back, and then show the inside so they can see if it's new, how clean it is, that sort of thing. And then I'll generally take a picture of the tag. It's very, very quick, and they store very easy. Another bonus right there. Guess what? Those are not going to break in shipping. And there's not a season for hats. Hats will sell year-round. They're a little long tail, most of them, but you get enough of them, and randomly, you're going to sell a hat 1 or 2 a week. And that's what we do for sure. So lots of good reasons to pick up hats. Also, I just like them. Here we go. Winston. Another Winston, incidentally. And I'm going to have a short coming out here pretty quickly. Maybe I'll put that one out tomorrow just to show you. Literally, it's like 45 seconds because I had to take care of this one. It smelled. It was very musty. It had that hint of this has been stored in somebody's attic or something for a while. Basement, more likely. This cool shirt. It's a single stitch pocket tee. You can see there on the front. I already have it in the cellophane because, well, I had to get the smell out of it. And I don't want to ruin it. So check out tomorrow's short. I'll show you how I got the smell out of this thing. It's got a cool logo on the back. That eagle logo is on the back. I picked this up in North Carolina with Kevin and with Eric, OBX Picker. I got this from a guy for $5, and it sold in about a week for $25.35 plus shipping. We have some other shirts over here. Let's just bring them over here. Her shirts are another thing. Why do you even mess with shirts? You know what? Just like the hats. They're easy to list, easy to store. They're not going to break in shipping. I mean, there's a lot of positives here. And, you know, I don't mess with a lot of clothes, but t-shirts, men's t-shirts in particular, very easy. This one is a Nike dry fit. You can see it's got the Raiders patch there. I bought this from a Whatnot sale from, I think this was actually Ryan, the vintage Viking. I got a whole bunch of shirts from him. I've listed about half of them. I still have more to go. And I'll get back into a shirt listing mode at some point and grab another pile of them. This one sold for $18.85 plus shipping. And as I reach over here, here's another. This one also actually picked up in North Carolina. Rest in peace. It's got the skeleton climbing out of the grave. And I knew when I picked this up, it was not going to be a high dollar shirt. You know, it's not the Mountain or anything like that. It's not really even branded, but it's an XL. It's the right time of year. I paid $1 for it, and I accepted an offer on this one. We actually went back and forth a little bit and finally settled in at $8.75. So not a ton of profit, but it sold in a week. I made some money, and guess what? Really easy money. Let me move the hats and the shirts, and then we'll keep going. All right, now we've got some smalls type stuff here. Why do you mess with it? You've already heard the reasons. They're all the same. Harley-Davidson Motorcycles, really cool patch. Bought this along with a bunch of other patches in a buyout. And this one I accepted an offer of $12 plus shipping. Put that in an envelope, ship it out. How hard is that? This I bought with a whole bunch of other ornaments. This might be the last ornament we got. We bought two small boxes of them for $10. And we've made a killing. Actually, that's a lie. I do have one more. It's a Christmas Story ornament that I think it's listed about $40 or $45. It's a more rare ornament, and so we'll do very well on that. But all of these others, a lot of them were Star Wars. This one I put up cheaper because it did have the rip right there. And Christmas stuff is starting to go out. $4.99 plus shipping for that. Why would I sell this? Because any of you would sell this. I actually picked up this and another this weekend for $1 a piece. Right? $1 a piece at a garage sale. And this one, you can see, it works. It doesn't have a back battery cover. And so obviously put that in the listing, took a picture. I didn't bother taking the tape off. I said, it's got black tape holding the batteries in. Okay, and it's actually got some issues. I don't have a game in it right now, but the directional pad is a little sloppy. You can see how it moves up and down. So when you push right, it mostly works, but you got to kind of go up with it. Same thing. When you go left, you got to kind of go up or it doesn't go. So it's a little bit of a full repair. It will work. It's just a little bit touchy. And I explained all of that in the listing. And these things are fantastic. It still sold the Atomic Purple for $42.24 plus shipping. I got that. Let's turn it off. I got that this weekend, guys. It's sold in a couple of days. Those are fantastic. And I have one more that works, and it's coming with a game. So that one is going to sell for a much higher dollar. This I got in a bulk lot. It's not great, but why would I bother? Well, because it's one picture, two pictures. Like, that's it. $7.99, free shipping, little anti-slip pads for glasses. So again, put it in an envelope. You make a couple bucks. How hard is that? I mean, you can't get more easy than that. Nintendo DS Sprung, $8 plus shipping. Why do you bother with cassette tapes, man? Why would you even fiddle with those? Nobody wants those. Well, this one, not great. Didn't have a great sell-through, but I love Cinderella, and so I listed it low, and then I actually sent out an offer because they're so easy to ship. Why not? $1.49 plus shipping. I got this in a bulk lot, and so it's all profit. And again, when I take pictures of cassette tapes, it's front, back, and then I take the cassette itself out and do front and back of the cassette. And that's it. I set it on a table, on my counter, whatever. I don't mess with taking the background out. It's 4 pictures and post it. So it's very, very easy. These I do get questions sometimes. How do you ship out your cassette tapes? I put them in little 5x5x5 boxes. I wrap this in just a couple wraps of bubble wrap and then slide it in at an angle in the 5x5x5. It fits perfectly. It'll go out at 5 ounces every time. So $1.49, not much. But it was worth listing for me because I was listing a whole bunch of others. And so you just batch and you do the same sort of thing all at once. This one, Wang Chung. Everybody Wang Chung tonight or this afternoon. Whenever you want a Wang Chung is fine by me. This sold for $4.99 plus shipping. This one, much, much better. Keep an eye out for soundtracks on cassette tape. They can be pretty good. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Now, these higher dollars, I will take a few more pictures. You know, we'll take a picture of the end right there. You know, I can't remember on this one if I took a picture inside just to show. I mean, I will take a few more, but again, it's so simple and they're so easy to ship out. And Fast Times at Ridgemont High just sold, and I can't even remember exactly what it sold for because I was grabbing actually this one when this sale came through. So I just grabbed it, brought it over. I'll put the card up here, guys. This thing is a relatively rare cassette tape, and it sold for good money. And again, bought this in a bulk lot, $10 for I don't even know how many cassette tapes. So way into the profit on those. That's why I mess with it. How about these little toys, right? Look in the toy bins at these sales. Don't spend your whole time there, but flip through them. I got a bunch of Star Wars Galoob Micro Machines stuff, and I think the bag was $5 or $10 with a whole bunch of figures and cars and stuff like that in it. And most of them are $5 and $10 figures at most. You know, most of them probably in the $5 range. But there was a bunch of them in there, guys. Why do I mess with it? Again, very few pictures for something like this. Front, back. I think maybe I did front and from the side so you can see it. I think this one was a dime next to it in the pictures just so they could see scale. And then the underside. I mean, the pictures of it, very simple. Again, simple to store and very fast to ship. All of this stuff that sold 3 dozen sales, they're going to ship really, really quickly. And by the time you add them all up, we're going to make good profit. $2.99 plus shipping for that one. You don't make it all at once. It's not one paycheck on these. So you do have, I guess, a little bit more work in order to get the money out of it. But again, how much work is that? We got $3 from it, and we get $3, $4, $5, maybe an $8. It piles up. These, like this guy, this is an Ertl, if I remember right. Cooter's Garage. See that? That is Dukes of Hazzard. I already got him in a bag because there was some wear on the sticker. And that's why he sold for as cheap as he did, because there was some wear. If there wasn't wear, this actually will sell for quite a bit more. And this one, in addition to the why do you bother, it's because a lot of people overlook this stuff. And so even when you get to garage sales late, these sort of things sometimes will still be there. This guy settled in on an offer of $13 plus shipping for that. Not bad for a little car, right? And this one even better because it is a red line. I've never found red lines before. I'm always looking for them. And I found 3 of them. Well, I found 2 of them. I found Cooters and I found 2 red lines with it. They were both super rough. One was missing a wheel. They're all banged up. But then on Saturday, I found a whole bunch of them. And you're going to see that video here pretty soon, I think. And this is a pretty good one. They're not all in great condition that I found, but they're in pretty good condition since they're 50, 60 years old, something like that. This particular car sold in about 24 hours. The strip teaser, $29.24 plus shipping. This guy has some damage. Okay, this is an old Street Sharks, and he's, well, like on the top, he's busted. I got him for a quarter, so I thought for a quarter I'm going to take a shot. It's mid-90s Street Sharks, so he does have some damage there. He's super loose. I mean, he's got the Jimmy leg, right? And it's not great, but if you're just displaying him, he's going to look just fine. So I bought him, and I listed him cheaper than the others that are out there. You know, he's not super high dollar anyway, but $9.98 plus shipping. I will take that, and I got to have him hang out with me for a while. That's cool. Why'd I bother with this one? Even though I knew it was not high dollar, because it's new and sealed. It's a Ben Affleck double feature. And when games or movies are new and sealed, 1 picture, 2 picture, done. That's it. Super easy to make $5 plus shipping. Why not? This one I bothered because as I remembered incorrectly. I thought this one was worth a little bit more than what it was. And so this one, a little bit of a bad buy. I'm sure I paid $1 or $2 for it, and it sold for, I think it was $7.99 free shipping. Here's the card right here, but not much. You know, I broke even, basically. That one's not great. This I got in a pile of other magazines, and I just thought it was really cool. 1950 Complete Football. Got Notre Dame. It's really, really neat just flipping through the old pictures. And these don't sell particularly well. So this was another that I priced low, so that if anybody was interested, mine was the one that came up for lowest price, right? And it's in pretty solid condition, considering 70 years old. Very happy to move this one out. It's just a neat piece of ephemera. $4.99 plus shipping, I believe, for that. This one, a little bit better DVD. Why do you mess with DVDs that are open? Well, once again, 1 picture, 2 picture. Well, usually 3 picture to show that if there's a card in there, and then 4 picture. Now, this one is pretty solid. I did send out an offer on this to move it a little bit quicker. $17.99 plus shipping. Here we got piece of history. This is World War II, guys. I picked this up at the 50-mile sale, actually from a viewer. As I recall, she had a couple of helmets, and they were both super rough, like this, you know, very rusty. And I think I paid her $30, I think we agreed on for the set. And we already sold one of them. We sold one of them relatively quickly, and this one's been hanging around. And I think the other one sold in the neighborhood of $40 or $50. I'd have to look. But this one, I sent out an offer over the weekend, and they took me up on it. So the World War II Doughboy helmet, moving out the door for $44.99 plus shipping. I bother with that because it's a cool piece of history, and I like saving history. I bothered with him because, I mean, is that the creepiest Ronald McDonald you've ever seen? Super creepy. These don't sell well. I priced it to move, like this other stuff. And the Ronald McDonald All-Star Party on vinyl sold on an offer that I sent out, $9 plus shipping. The Police Synchronicity, really good album. I like that album. $15.59 plus shipping. Santana, the self-titled album. This one really cool. Picked it up for $1. $16.24 plus shipping. And then hiding behind Santana, the Mamas and the Papas, 16 of their greatest hits. I sent out an offer on this one as well. $14 plus shipping. Now let me move these. There's one more thing hiding behind there. And like magic, there it is. This is it's a rifle case, soft-sided rifle case, really cool vintage look to it. It's felt lined. Picked it up for a couple bucks at the Fort that we've got near here. The Fort has a thrift store that I hit every now and again. You really have to be in the mood because you got to dig out there. But That thing was too cool to leave behind. And so I took an offer on that this morning of $22 plus shipping. And of course, ducks heading on out after the weekend. We'll start back here with the ducks heading to Yvonne. We've got the white, he looks like a glazed donut duck to me. I don't know. I think that's the glazed donut duck. And this one a little bit rough, but it was a garage sale rescue. Look at that. We got some wear, but you know what? It's hanging in there. The rescues, the used ducks do sell for cheaper out of the store. $3.99, I believe, for all of them. This is the clown duck. It's got the clown nose. I like to think of it as the Marge Simpson duck, though. Those both going to Yvonne. Thank you so very much. Back here, we've got a couple of them. We've got the unicorn duck right there. And then we've got the purple duck. Little orange hat happening. Thanks very much to Dan. Dan coming back after a road trip, seeing some family. He's got to get his ducks in a row. Scored a whole bunch of vinyl, it sounds like, on that trip for nothing. Free 99 is the best. So, Dan, I hope these do help you get those ducks in a row. And then Paul came in, the Philly Fliper, or Philly Flipper, whichever you prefer. I was on his show on Friday, and he decided while we were talking, he had to get his ducks in a row. So he got two Mohawk ducks. We got the green with purple and the blue with green. And then to round it out, because we decided on the show that you couldn't have a row without three. Three was the minimum for a row, apparently, according to those that were in the chat. And so we added a third to the mix. Paul, thank you very much, my friend. Go check out his YouTube channel. He is fantastic. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of insight. There is a method to my madness, but maybe that method is mad in and of itself. I don't know. You know, there are people that talk about, I won't even sell something if it doesn't make me 10 times my money or $40 profit or, you know, whatever it is. There's a math equation. You guys know I don't really do the math. How easy is it going to be for me to make money off of this thing? How easy is it going to be to buy it? You know, how cheap is it? How easy is it to list it, to store it, and to ship it? If all of those easy boxes are checked, I'll generally pick it up. Why not? Now, would I rather pick up the $100 items and sell those all the time? Absolutely. I mean, I'm not that crazy, but I don't see that here. You know, I get them. You know, I get those nice items time to time, but, you know, I live in a smaller area. You know, I'm not in a major metro. I'm not seeing all of those big things, and there are only a handful of sales for me to go to. You know, I don't have a yard sale treasure map full of little pins. I have 6 or 8 sales sometimes, and that's a pretty strong Saturday, right? So it's not like I have a lot to choose from. I can't be all that picky. As long as I'm picking up stuff, like I said, checks the boxes, and that I think is going to make me a little bit of money, I'm going to do it. I'm already there. You know, I'm generally not driving to a place going, man, I'm coming here because I know they've got a lot of $1.99 cassette tapes. But I already drove there. I'm already at the sale. I'm not going to just leave those there because they don't make all of that much money. You know, I'm going to pick them up. You tell me, what do you do? Because at the end of the day, I can't tell you how to run your business. I can't tell you what's best in the way that you run your business. I can only tell you how I run my business and what my process is, and then you have to decide, is that right for me? Can I copy Mountain Man's style? Or you look at it and go, you know what, I could pull certain elements of his in, or you might just look at it and go, the guy's lost it. No. Whatever it is, I'm glad you watched today, and you know, hit that thumb. That helps me out a ton on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't. Still, like 50% of the people that watch the channel not subscribed. So hit that subscribe button and hit the bell. That'll let you know when we put new stuff up. And just one quick note, the hat for the Gary Sinise Foundation, the prospector back there, actually wearing it. The auction is live, and you guys are blowing that thing up again. 100% of the proceeds going to the Gary Sinise Foundation, along with 10% of every duck that sells. That hat is going to end, I believe it's Tuesday evening is when that auction is going to end. If you wanted to get in on that, that is up and running. Guys, I appreciate you so much. We'll see you next time.